Alright guys, I'm finally here. Let's get into this one then. Qualifying has already started. I'm a bit late to the party. But we've got a full house here for qualifying in the Group 3 class. Obviously, multi-class event, so Group 3 and Group 1 participating simultaneously, but qualifying is a split affair. So we're going to have Group 3 for the first half and then Group 1 for the second half, and it's Matt leading down in the Group 3 class. And Toyota in action. Then Jarv is behind him, but Jarv got a penalty. And you got Brad G right there with Slice behind him. Interceptor and Stone Solid with Andrea and Roscoe then at the tail end. So everybody just getting round. This is the finale of the season, the last endurance race, and it's over. Oh no. And it's over here. Maybe a bit of, I don't know, maybe a weather emergency. But, I mean, that was a good qualifying session, I must say. There, couple seconds. Got some good track time. But, yeah. Hopefully that's not the end of it. Because, you know, we're really starting to liven up for a second. But, yeah. It does get like that sometimes. I wonder if we get an update on the status of the I mean, I can't say I don't like the Supra. I can't say I don't like it. Well, let us hope this is not the end of the round of racing that we get. Oh, it's here. It's ready for more action. Okay, so now I see everybody coming back into the action. Does Le Mans have rain? Because if it has rain, that'll be interesting. It's rain on the cards. Ooh, rain's on the cards. Rain on the cards. Alright then, so qualifying has just been adjusted from 20 to 30 minutes. Simple adjustment. I want to see something here. My guess, actually I don't need to guess. About to get started though. While we're getting ready, let's look at the championships. What everything's looking like. And I think Astro's done the job already. Astro's done the job in the Group 1 class. There's no way he can be caught. In the Group 3 class, is it the same? It's already the same, yeah. And Nolos has won a title. In the Group 3 class, the individual title. And then you've got the team championships. The Group 3 is G&K Motorsports. Group 1 is G&K Motorsport. Unbelievable. The G&K Motorsports are dominating. We've got to see what happens though in the future. Can they maintain that dominance long term, you know? The party started for them. The party has started for them. Let's look at the weather, man. I wonder if we'll get a safety car involved in this one here. Let me see. I don't even need to ask. If we're gonna get 2 more people in, it doesn't make sense. Half an hour of qualifying. If you were there for Porsche Cup yesterday, remember I was talking about qualifying being a mental game. It's all in the mind in qualifying really. You've got your driving ability obviously. That's definitely a factor in who's going to get pole in respective classes, but it's also a mind game. You know, other drivers around you, they could try to do their best to mentally just intimidate you to throw you off balance. Okay. I'm more than ready for this. I'm more than ready. Look at some of the cars here. Which cars do I think are the nicest? The rest of the photo now. Maybe a few are out, but I like the look of that Lexus there, the RCF, the slicers on. He's a bit shy. He's come back into the pits, but I like that car. It look nice. You see Chubby going around. For some reason I cannot tell what car that is. Yeah, I can't tell one. That is a lot of different. That's Audi. Perfect. Andrea obviously in the Ferrari. That's a beautiful, beautiful livery. Alright, then I think we are ready to go. That is a nice car as well. Anyway, let's go. So qualifying, remember 15 minutes for the Group 3 class. We're going to start the Group 3 class, then move to the Group 1 class for the final 15 minutes. So expect the 8 drivers in the Group 3 class. Is it 8? I believe it's 8. They're going to get us underway. Andrea is one of them, Roscoe is another. Roscoe out as early as possible this time. In the first running, he was the last of the Group 3 drivers. That Genesis. And Roscoe is synonymous to Genesis here. Can't see Roscoe go anywhere without the Genesis. Andrea then with the Ferrari. Mac behind him in the Supra. For some reason I'm obsessed with. Then Jalk in the Nissan. Brad G taking that Ford GT for a spin. Intercepting the Mercedes and Stone Solid coming round in the Porsche. You gotta love the Porsche. So I think it's only 7. Oh no, it's 8, yeah, because remember slicing in the Lexus Otto car. But yeah, they're gonna come round on the outlap. It's about warming up the tires, also getting your mind ready, getting your hands ready. You know, making sure you're braking in the right places, making sure you're hitting your marks, hitting your apexes. You know, it's nice and tidy for the actual lap, because 15 minutes and this track is quite long, so you don't get many shots at it. You're only going to get around, I think, maybe around 3-4 good laps. Even that is a bit of a stretch as well, you know. 3-4, so you're really going to get a couple runs. You have to get this perfect first time. I remember as well that apologies for that, I just go briefly, but back in the game. So as I was saying, you've got to hit your apex, hit your marks. You've got to be consistent with it. You can't make many mistakes, because remember, even if you go wide once, twice, I don't know about the track limits on this track, whether they're forgiven or not, but you know, a penalty that could ruin your next lap, and then suddenly, you know, you're running out of time to get back onto it. And even if you go back to the pits, you know, if you bail on the lap, you're still gonna have to do another outlet, and that just takes even more time. They've got 15 minutes, and the Roscoe leading the line. He's coming towards the end now, but still. So what does he let Andrea pass? No, he doesn't. Oh no, he does actually, he does. Okay. I'm thinking the tactics have already started, the mind games have started. I'm thinking down the back straight, are you looking for the toe? I think that's why we've seen drivers come out so close to each other. They're possibly trying to get a toe down the back straight. Because this is what Rosberg is doing there, just ceding positions, but then not also trying to drop too far. Maybe Roscoe isn't the best example then, but he's still close to Max, so slipstream is still possible, I guess, down from that distance. But so Andrea now leading the charge, and he's coming up to the final complex of corners to start his lap. Here we go. So Andrea's lap is now underway. Same with Matt. Roscoe's gone back into the pits then. You look at this with, and you see he jumped with the penalty, so his lap. I mean, to be fair though, there's a lot of opportunity to make mistakes here. So you can't put anything, you can't cancel anything out. But half a second, that's still a lot of time to lose. The way you're serving that penalty down this back straight, not even. Not even. Never mind. So Andrea making his way down. He's got a bit of distance ahead of him as well, because Mac is quite some way behind, so no opportunity for Mac to pick up a slipstream. Stone Solid is third in the queue. So yeah, everyone's really got a bit of distance between themselves. I would have thought that, I don't know, there would be a bit less of a gap. I'm thinking main straight you're going to be wanting to get a slipstream to just help boost your chances, because that's valuable time in the game. But you know, maybe not, maybe not. Hang on. Not like that super. Yeah, I do like the car. I can't like it. It is a nice car. That livery as well is really nice. Ready for battle. Even Stone Solid now got a penalty that will hurt him, but has Andrea pulled a gap on Mac? I don't know. It looks to be a similar gap to how it was at the start of the lap. I think it could be these two at a moment. Slice hasn't got a penalty either actually, so he could be in for provisional pole at the moment. But on we go again. Now Andrea approaching the end, he's got a bit wide there though. Matt fares better. How far behind is he? I don't think he's close enough for a slipstream. But if you can keep reeling him in like this, actually I don't think it'll be helpful at this stage to get a toe, but nevertheless it's exciting, and it's, you know, it looks hopeful for Matt. The fact that he's able to reel in the driver in front, it shows you're fast, it shows you're faster than him. So it's all about the mind games, as I said. This is just mind games. Here come Andrea and Matt towards the line. Let's see. What are the times saying? What's the benchmark time then? Andrea's going to set it. Mac will respond. So Andrea across the line. 4:04.2. Mac 4:25. So nearly 2 seconds in front. Here comes Stone Solid then to respond. Can Stone Solid respond adequately? Now he's considerably behind both of them. Stone Solid with 4:087. This sliced is absolutely rapid. Look at this here. 3:57. 3:57. How much of a gap? 5 seconds. My days. What a lap from Slice. He's 5.2 seconds to the good. Big statement. And again, in the mental warfare that's going on the track at the moment, that is a big statement. Didn't get to see the lap really because we're focused on the front runners, the leaders of that line, but he must have put in an absolute blinder. Interceptor now, still on his lap. We saw a good showing yesterday in the Porsche Cup, got a podium. Can he build on that now in the World Endurance Championship? Here he comes to the line. It's not as good as the lap from Slice, but it's good enough for P2. 4 minutes flat. Bradley and Jump. This is what I was saying with Jump. Jump's got a slipstream now with Brad G, so that's going to help him on his way. He's way quicker down the straight. Perhaps this is a bit of teamwork. Maybe, I don't know if it's teamwork, but it's maybe circumstance. And again, it's just about finding advantage wherever you can. He's going to hurt him in the corners, but down the straights is really going to help him out. You've got to see the condition of the tyres, I think. Yeah, the softs are taking a beating for Mac. I don't think he'll be as efficient. Yeah, he's 1.7 down. He's still got the penalty to serve. I think he might be best to bail, you know, because he still could get a lap in if he bails out. Stone Solid is up by 1.7 seconds. He's 11 seconds behind Slice lap, but if he can keep this up, he could find serious improvement. Remember, he did have a time penalty, so let's not forget. He did have a time penalty, so his lap is going to be significantly quicker than it was last time. Matt, with that penalty, that's probably going to ruin his chances. So we're looking at Stone Solid here in the Porsche. So he makes the run down. And a couple seconds to go then to improve his time, and then he's probably got one last run. So everyone's preparing for their final runs then. Andrea's going to be there just in time to, I think, record one final lap, one final attack. Max stays out, so he's going to get ready for one. I don't think he's going to be able to make it round, you know. His fuel is finished. So I think Mac is done for the day. Here comes Stone Solid. This is even his last run then, because again, fuel, he's done for the day. So he's got to commit to it. His last lap was a 4:08. This is going to be quicker than that. This is going to be way quicker than that. Across the line, and it's not enough to go to 4th. He stays 5th. Roscoe on his first lap. He's not with the kind of speed that he wants, but across the line he sets a time 4:12. So Northcote with a 4:12. Andrea now ready to start his lap. In the meantime, you saw Jout go third. Jout got third with a 4-minute flat. Brad G the 4:01. So that was reversed for them because now Brad's going to have a slipstream if he can maintain it down this section. Here we go. So Northcote has bailed on his lap then. Northcote done for the day. He's going to stay in 8th in the Group 3 class. Brad a little bit down on his first sector. Looking at Jarky. Got Brad behind him. Is Brad picking up a toe? I don't know if he's close enough really, but maybe it's a tactic to just establish enough distance between himself and Jout so he doesn't really interfere in the corner, but he's lost significant time. Didn't get to see what Jout's lap was saying, but it's looking like at the moment the ball is in Slice's court. Obviously Interceptor also starting his lap, so everybody preparing for their final runs. We're also going to see the Group 1 drivers grace the track in a couple of seconds time as well. Well, these guys record their final laps. Mac is also on 1 lap. That feels low though. Can he cool round? Northcote done then. 15 minutes have elapsed. First driver across the line. Who's it going to be? I believe it's going to be Mac. So Mac is first in that train. So it's Mac, then I believe it's Slice, then it's Jout and Brad. In between them I believe it's Stone Solid. Stone Solid is actually second in the queue, then it's Slice, then it's Jout, Brad, but Mac is in front. Oh, he spun! He spun there, so that's the end of his lap. So Mac is done for the day. Mac is done for the day. No improvement possible for him now. Jout has also bailed on his lap, so Slice is the one we're looking at. Can he extend his advantage? Mac spins. He is finished. Stone Solid is there, but look at that. Slice with an improvement. Oh, he's gone wide there, Stone Solid, but is there still a chance of improvement? Everybody going wide, but here we go, Stone Solid. Can he improve? Currently 7th on a 4:05. Can he go quicker than that? It's looking tight. Clips a little bit of gravel and he's not improved. He's not improved. Slice has gone back into the pits. Everybody back into the pits here. I think except for Interceptor and Andrea. Does Andrea go in here? Andrea approaching the final complex of corners. The Group 1 drivers have all gone out now. But we're focusing on Andrea because he's got a chance to improve. He's got half second penalty. Can he improve on that 4:01 that he set? An outlap. Can he improve on his original time? He can improve on his original time. But it was an invalidated lap. It's not going to stand. Intercepted the last one then in the Group 3 class to qualify. He's already in P2. I'd keep that lap if I'm honest. It doesn't look like he's going to improve on this lap, so it could be a bailing situation. He's going to stay second no matter what. Guaranteed to start in the front row in the Group 3 class. But what a lap that was from Slice, a 3:57.2. Interceptor now coming his and making his way. Oh, and he spins out across the line, but nevertheless he is going to be second. So now here we go, the attention turns to the Group 1 class. Slice is on pole for the Group 3 class, Interceptor also on that front row. Now we go out and we look at the Group 1 drivers who are out here. Out laps beginning. With Pablo now starting his lap. He's at the front of the train. Chubby is second in line. Then Gold. Then Pan Am. And Driver H there. So there's like two distinct groups here. You've got Pablo and... I'm going to say Jocas, but Jocas has just come out. So Pablo now started his lap. Pablo started his lap then. Completely on his own. On board. Already I said he's up on the time of the Group 3 cars, obviously he's at 4.5 seconds, so this testament to the difference in speeds and the difference in quality of the cars. Obviously these cars are built to go rocket fast, and you see the speed is achieving there, 1923, the speed just increasing as you get to the chicane. 196, a serious speed. Pablo fourth in the championship. He can actually climb as high as second if he were to achieve victory here. If with no Astro, I mean, with no Astro present, I mean, what does it mean really? Nevertheless, Pablo continuing on, and he's just so much faster in the Group 3 cars. It's unbelievable. Gold on the outlap, so Chubby is also on the outlap. Who's not on the outlap? Everyone's on the outlap. So around 9 minutes left of this session. Pablo's the only one on his lap now. Pan Am is on his lap, but he's got into the pits, so technically Pan Am's not really on a competitive lap. Here he goes though. Pablo down the straight. Look at the way that car, it's like it's on rails at some corners. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fast it is. Got down quickly, and here comes, he's using the energy. He's using it up down the straight. Sort of deploy some. Again, 24 seconds, 25 seconds quicker than the Group 3 time. A little bit wide there, but should get away with it. We've got to find a couple of corners then. Benchmark time about to be set. A little bit of tire screech as he comes across the line. What's the time saying? 3:29.0. 3:29.0. So now, how do all of the other drivers respond to this? They're about to start their laps now with 7.5 minutes to go. I mean, if the lap is 3:30, they should realistically have 2 chances. Everyone will get 2 chances, it seems. So Jocos is into the pits. Last minute alterations. Okay, so Chubby started his lap then. Let's focus on Chubby. Let's not forget to focus on Pablo as well, because Pablo is still on the track then. So Pablo's going to be the only one that gets 3 chances at this. So maybe he's done it so that he's focusing on the number of runs that he does, rather than the quality of his runs. It's about the quantity for him. Perhaps that's what he had in mind. But to be fair, he's the only one to set a benchmark time. He's down by 3/10, but it's not bad. It's not a bad time. Well, Trump's got 1 second penalty that might kill his chances of provisional pole. Might have to wait till his next run. He's even bailed on it. So Chubby into the pits. Gold is on a run. Pan Am has just started his. And driver H is well into his one. So here comes Pan Am then. What is the first sector going to say for him? Is he faster than Pablo in the first sector? We're about to find out. We didn't get to see other people's sector times, but we're going to see his one. Actually, you can't really see it, but I mean, 31, I can't remember Pablo's sector time, but nevertheless, we go back to Pablo as he's about to finish a lap. Can he go faster? Can he improve on his time? 3:29.0. I think either way, I think he'd be setting up for one final run. Or maybe he could be, I don't know, he could box now, change your tyres, add a bit of fuel, and then prepare for one final run that is, like, you know, in optimal conditions. I was going extremely wide there, goodness me. Managed to keep the car under control, which is good. But does he pit? Yeah, he goes in, okay. That's what I was thinking. A smart move for Pablo there to pit, change your tyres, add a splash of fuel, and, you know, make sure the car's not full condition for this run. You know, driver H is the furthest up the road now. He's going to set his lap. Ooh, big slide there. He's got half second penalty. He's been punished for that. Nevertheless, he's still going to be flying. This lap is going to be invalidated, but it will be a good, you know, indication of what he's saying pace-wise, and his tyres are still good enough, I think, for another run. Is he up for it though? Driver H, he won in the Porsche Cup yesterday. I think he seems to have let off the gas. He seems to have let off the gas here. I think he's going to let Gold pass. Oh goodness me, that was really coming together. So here comes Gold, coming towards the end of his lap, hitting his markers. Gold is coming through. Is it faster than Pablo's time? I don't think it's going to be quicker. Oh, he's cut across the chicane. He's going to get penalised for that, surely. Surely, and he has. He's a second down anyway. 3:30.1. 3:30.1. And is that goal done for the day? It might be goal done for the day here, because 3 minutes left. Yeah, he's not going to get another chance. Oh, no. So goal. So time the border. Goodness me, there. See, Joker's there, absolutely sliding it. A bit of a drift there. Anyway, here comes Pan Am to the line. What is the time saying? Who's going to set a clean lap here? Pan Am coming through. It says 3:30.8, so it's 1.8 down on Pablo's time. He's going to get another chance. I see what Yocast is doing. They're trying to get a better run. He's got to get a little bit of a a better run down. Yeah, but Chubby's on his lap then, so let's see what the first sector is saying for Chubby. He's got a reference in Pan Am, who's currently P2 to help him out. 31.2 once again, similar to what was recorded by Pan Am, so it could be on for a good starting spot, especially since these guys, their runs have been completely destroyed by penalties, Driver H included. I mean, Driver H should get another shot at it if he is fast enough, but I mean, look at the likes of, I don't know, Gold. He's not getting another chance at this, I don't think. He's not getting another crack. Rockhurst will get another crack, but he could have served that penalty. But nevertheless, completing a lap at this stage, you're going to get into the top 4. So Pan Am, Chubby, Pablo's on an outlap, but he's about to cross the line, so he will get his run. He will complete his run. Okay, we got rounding the time down, so only a couple seconds remaining. Pablo's going to get to the line. Pablo's timed this really well. Pablo just needs to wait really, just needs to play a waiting game and see what everybody else does now. So Pan Am will come to the line. Now I'm looking at the other drivers now. Will they reach the line on time? Driver H has served the penalty. Now it's all about getting to the line, setting a time, because you never know with these guys. The guys behind him might not be able to do anything with their penalties. I know Driver H's penalty was sizable, 1 second, but you know, it can still yet improve. Got a 350. Was that outlap or I think that was the outlap, yeah. But obviously this lap he served his penalty. But it's going on. Here he comes. It's not as quick as he would want it to be, obviously, because that penalty got added and he's onto the gravel as well in the final corner. Ah, it's gone to nothing for Driver H. 3:45.7. 3:45.7. Well, here come Pan Am and Chubby, so let's look at Pan Am across the line. Is it faster than Pablo's time? It is! It is faster. What is Chubby saying? It's gone wide. Chubby's gone wide. Chubby's gone wide, but it's good enough for third. It's good enough for third. Now Jocas is the only one left, and he's extremely unstable there. So Jocas and Pablo. So Pablo's going to have to put in a solid shift. He's bailed, So Jocas the only one who can affect the proceedings here. But is he fast enough? 3:27 to beat. I don't think he's going to get there, but he can still challenge the front row. What is Jocas saying? I think it's third. It is third. So Pan Am has delivered a lap there. A big lap. And he is on pole in the Group 1 class. Sliced on pole in a Group 3 class. And it just proved to be that consistency was everything there. Consistency was the name of the game. And Pan Am just recorded the least number of penalties, and that final lap as well, he's really locked in for that. Good stuff in both qualifying sessions. And now we've got a 2-hour endurance race ahead of us, so qualifying, while important, it's not going to be nearly as important as the endurance, the mental and physical endurance required now to truly master Le Mans. I cannot wait for this one. You need to bring your refreshments in the drivers, you know. This is a real test of the cardio and the, you know, the physical capabilities of the human body. So I'm guessing the drivers will also be bringing their nutrition with them their food. So I don't know, if I was racing, I'd 100% be eating. I don't know about these guys though. Look at the results really quickly. See then Panam and Pablo will start in the front row in the Group 1 class, and Sliced and Interceptor will start in the front row in the Group 3 class. Remember, the Group 1 drivers will start in the front, followed by the Group 3 drivers, but at the end of the day, you're fighting against your class members. Really good performance though. Really, 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 really good performance. Shout out to GK, because they've done a really good job there. They put both cars at the front in their class. Pan represented GK, and obviously Slice representing GK as well. Brilliant showing. Very good showing from them. The Red Bull team, they've done okay for themselves. Pablo putting that car in second in the Group 1 class. Roscoe has a bit of work to do, but again, it's a long race, 2 hours, so anything is possible. Jokar's third in the Ferrari. Andrea's also done well in that respect. He's put the car sixth. But then again, as I said, it's a long affair. You've got time in this one. See what the weather forecast is saying. No signs of adverse weather here. It's always a possibility though, always a possibility. Never rule out the chance of rain. Got to charge my phone before it dies. take a quick break there, just to refresh. Why the fuck am I talking like this, man? Jeez. Oh well. I think it's about to get underway then. Let's get ready to watch. We'll see the rain though. Is there rain? Yeah, nah. Here we go then. Group 1 class, Group 3 class. We're about to get underway. 2 hours of endurance racing. Let's watch along as this absolute marathon is about to unfold. Pan Am leading them. The G and K cars have been dominant this season, and they've proven it once again at the moment. They're leading the classes as they go down towards the start of this race. We're underway then, so Pan Am on his way. Pablo in second in the Group 1 class, and Pablo already applied pressure to Pan Am. Can you go around the outside? Good defense by the German. And I've done enough there, and it looks like I think somebody went right. It was driver H, and driver H is losing ground here. Gold past Finizio's pass. Actually, Finizio's back pass. We won the Group 3 class. Slice is still in front. Interceptor being pressured by Jump. Here comes Jump then, looking to attack. Animation. This is going to be exciting here in the Group 1 class. We go back to the Chubby under pressure from Finizio, and they both got half-second penalty. But Finizio, is he close enough? I don't think so. Nah, I don't think anyone's close enough to make a move quite yet. Meanwhile, in the Group 3 class, look at here comes Interceptor. He's thinking about a lunge down the inside. Side by side with Job, and that's it. Job done. Oh, a bit wide, a bit loose there, but he's maintained it. He's maintained his good. You know, Drake Pablo just preparing to pounce on Pan Am. Trying to keep that gap solidly. Oh goodness, he's actually closing. He's closing quite fast as well. Here he comes. He's not close enough to make a move though, that's the problem. He's not close enough to make a move. Oh, he's looking though, he's looking. Trying to go a little bit wider. Is that Chubby down the inside of Jocas? I thought it was for a second, but it wasn't. Looking back here, look at Mac under pressure from Andrea. Even again, look at Jump on the outside. Can he get this done around the outside? If he gets around the outside of Interceptor, they bang into each other, but now it's a drag race down the straight. And Interceptor looks like he's surviving the Mercedes. Jock is still going with him. They're still going side by side. Interceptor now seals the deal. But he's not done until the next corner. He's taking a bit of a wider line to cut in. That kicks up some gravel though, that's going to hurt his exit speed. But still, he's all over the back of Interceptor. Trying to find the opening, trying to create something for himself. It's right on board with Interceptor. You see Jump behind. Nissan getting larger and larger, the picture. Is he going to make that move now? His big push right to his limit. This is the second place in the class, and I think, yeah, he's lost him. Now Jocost is attacking Pablo. He's way quicker in this section. The guy's caught up to him. There's not been much in terms of overtaking in this class. We saw Chubby up to 4th momentarily, I believe. He got overtaken by Gold. Oh, and Pablo kicked up some grass there. That's going to hurt him. And Lucas is pushing. He's really pushing. Sure, he's going to get time penalty for that. Yeah, he gets half second. Can't get in the slipstream though. Anything else going on further down the field? I think the cars begin to spread out. Mac has already pitted. That reminds me to check the strategy of the driver, see what's going on. Mac's got damage, that's why he's pitted, I think, for damage repair. So he's going to be playing the long game then. Remember, 2 hours long this race. Simply just damage repair. So I guess he's going to have to nurse those tyres for the long run. Yeah, massive gap being created in the field now. Still, Jump closing in on Interceptor. That gap has been growing. Interceptor is on the soft tyre, that's probably why. So Interceptor really should be gaining on Slice, giving him a bit of a run for his money. A radio comment there from Andrea. I hope you like the stewards. To Mac, I believe that's because he pitted early, so it's a massive gamble. I think he's gambling on a safety car being called, but I mean, based off of the spread of the cars, it's unlikely there'll be a safety car. I see Gold and Chubby doing battle. Gold having to defend Chubby now on the inside. And Chubby, can he square it off? Ah, he's got a poor exit. That's cost him. That could bring Vinizio back into play. Oh, Vinizio actually, never mind, he's got 2-second penalty. So Vinizio quickly left behind. Chubby still waiting in the wings. Look at this Chubby trying to go the long way round. Goodness me, he's really desperate to find something, and Gold is just not letting him have anything. The way these cars just dance around the track, and he's gone wide into the grass. He's gone, goodness me. Is he alright? He's gone flying into the gravel there. Good grief. Chubby's gone flying into the gravel just looking for the opening. He just couldn't find anything. It's really hurt him. He's now 6th. Having lost 5th. There you go, there you see the spread once again. Massive spread in the field. You see the tyres then. Everybody is on. Interesting driver is on the hard tyres. He's playing a very long game here. Just trying to stay up for as long as he can. Nothing much going on in the field though. Slice leading his class, Panam leading his class, so GMK maximum points as it stands. But even Panam on the radio, they're saying there's enough time for a comeback still. One mistake and the field is completely neutralized again. As it stands, I suppose I've become the de facto official, so He said shut up and drive. Like he's giving advice there, he's preaching a bit of a sermon there to other drivers. You've still got a chance in this. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him really. Himself or his teammate, because they're both in a very good position. I mean, it's like there's a 1 second penalty, so expect the time to start falling away from him soon. And the distance to decrease, the gap to decrease. By far the fastest on track in his class though. Both of these guys are the fastest in their class on the track. The question for Slice is, when is this penalty going to be served? Probably towards the back end of the lap, so that's going to require some sort of consistency from Interceptor and Jar, because they could be on the receiving end of a massive advantage when this penalty is carried out, when it's implemented. In fact, Yokos he's reeled in Pablo here. So round the outside, is that the move complete? Ooh, it's getting tight. But Yokos is on the inside, and that's an overtake. Second belongs to him now. Thank goodness I caught that. Good move. That's the first real. Ah, he's got a penalty though. He did exceed track limit trying to get past. That's the first real move that we've seen in the Group 1 class. It's actually happened successfully this time. He's got 1 second penalty now, so he's going to really have to extend that gap out as much as he can to, you know, avoid losing that place when he serves the penalty. Let's look at Slice now. Slice soon going to serve the penalty, and look at this now. Jump interceptor side by side. We saw one overtaking the Group 1 class. We're going to see another one in the Group 3 class now. Same scenario. This jump on the outside trying to go around. Can Interceptor just defend as he's done before? So he goes jump, taking a wide line, and again he kicks up gravel. That's going to hurt him. Here we go. So Slice has served the penalty. He served the penalty. Does he lose ground? He's not actually lost that much ground, because the two behind him are fighting and squabbling for second position. So in fact they've both been hurt then. They haven't gained as much of an advantage as they thought they would have had. And Interceptor retains second in the class. Jack's still going though. He's not done. Okay, he's really trying to attack. Finding the opening. Does he go for the lunge here? There he goes. Oh, in fact, Interceptor's gone in. Interceptor's gone in. 12 minutes on the clock, and we've made the first pit stop. It was on the soft tyre, to be fair. So, what tyre does he choose to come out on? And this is a statement now to the Group 3 drivers. The strategy is now coming into effect. Tire change then. I'm assuming no fuel added. Actually, a little bit of fuel as well. Doesn't hurt. Out he goes. It's the hard tyres then, so he's again doing what Driver H has done in Group 1. He's gone long. He's come out ahead of Mac though. That's crucial. That's crucial. So, no. Goodness gracious, what's happened to Yokos? 2.5 seconds. And that is a violation. That's a violation, man. 2.5 seconds. What has he done there? He must have committed some sort of crime. 2.5 second time penalty. That might even bring gold into it. Chubby also serving a penalty, so Finizio will get past. So Finizio must have also had a penalty then, because remember, Chubby must have just gained time. But remember, he was battling with gold, Chubby, and then he went off, made that mistake, and then Finizio went past and he established some sort of distance. But then even still, gold and Finizio must have made mistakes, because Chubby was significant, he lost significant time when that happened. So Pablo's back ahead of Yokos, but not by much. Look at this here, Yokos trying to engineer a move in the final corner. But Pablo just too good. Covered all bases well, so round 2 between these guys and Pablo wins. Will be a 3rd round schedule. Good grief, these guys are getting mad level of penalties. So slice from Jark. Brad and Andrea are doing battle. This is the 3rd in the class, but it might turn to 4th depending on pit strategies. Here comes the Ferrari. Ferrari versus Ford. It's always a treat to watch. Does he get aggressive? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Always looking for something. Just trying to his mind games, remember. It's all about the mental. Can you psychologically put your opponent off? Can you force them into mistakes? That's possibly what he's trying to do. Let's look on board. The sound of Ferrari is awesome. Many great drivers have driven that car. Andrea looking to add his name into the history books here with this one. A win at Le Mans would be oh so special. Nothing really going on in the rest of the field. When it gets to the 40-minute mark, I might just take a bit of a food break. Some proper food in it. I don't know how these drivers do it, man. I don't think I have the capacity to do this endurance racing. I mean, it is early stages, of course. By all means, I'll take part, but you know, after like an hour, sub me off. You know what I mean? Andrea's looking for it there. Big lunge, and he's got the position. Brad's gonna fight it back. Got a better exit, and he's alongside, but Andrea covers him off. That's a good move. Caught him sleeping into that corner. We're just lurking there for around half a lap, and then eventually catches him off guard. But Brad's gonna have the advantage now. He's gonna be down the straight. If he can stay with him, slipstream will be there, and I don't think he will stay with him. Well, Costa's is back there now with Pablo, and this is reaching that point now where you're going to be approaching lap traffic. So these guys now, how is it going to work out with the Group 3 drivers? You're going to be approaching them soon. Well, Panam's got clear air, he's got 13 seconds, 12 seconds of advantage to himself and Pablo, and Yokos is giving chase. It's this first sector really which gives the most overtaking opportunity thus far. Yokos is trying to find something, and he's set himself up quite well then. If he didn't get this corner right, he set himself up very well for the straight. And here comes your car. He's already side by side with Pablo, and they're going to be side by side going into the chicane, surely. He gets some side draft going. He's going to tuck back into the slipstream. Wise move. Here comes Rokas once again. Is he close enough into the chicane? No. Just wants to engineer something for the next straight. The gap increases to 4 tenths, 5 tenths. Gap is too big, I think. There's a wide there, might cost them time. That might rule out the third round we're looking for. Not given a penalty just yet. Panam's got a penalty, but it's not going to harm him. That's the thing. He's really closing in on those group 3 drivers. Interceptor and Rawscope. I think Interceptor has passed Rawscope then, but they're both going to get penalties. Can Rawscope pass him back? Both have to serve their penalties now. You could see Panam at the back of your screen. Yeah, there we go. There's Panam. He's the leader in Group 1. Using those hard tyres well though, using those hard tyres very well. It's got to be said. Blue flags waving for the drivers in the Group 3 class. And yeah, there's nothing really that's going on as Panam gets past Rawscope. Past Interceptor as well, no problem. He's not really affected the battle, but look at this now, Yorkas is back in the game. He's back in the game. Again, he's trying to look for something. Inside line is available. He doesn't go for it. He doesn't commit. I think that was wise. He's got to set up for the last corner. Again, just Pablo's better on the exit, stronger on the corner exit, and this is going to propel him down the straight away from Lucas' attack. Inizio also battling with Chubby. And again, the exit speed is just better for Finizio than it is for Chubby, and Chubby's also got a half-second penalty. We'll take him out of the game at the end of this upcoming lap that they're on. Here comes Chubby. Will he get adventurous this time around? Searching for the long way. Got enough of a gap. But look at this now. Here comes Yorkas once again, and Rawscope might play an effect. Oh, this might hurt Yorkas here because he. Oh, that is really good. What a move! And he's used Rawscope as almost like a method to just go underneath everybody. And Yorkas is up to second. That's creative. And this is what I'm saying. You've got to use everything around you to get past drivers. But Pablo then getting his revenge, and he's straight back into second. But then again, lap traffic might play an effect. Can Yorkas use the lap traffic? And he's going to try and use the lap traffic again, but it's not going to work this time. So Pablo holds on to second. He recovers. We've got Panam in the chat. He's having fun. He's having fun. 15 seconds ahead of the field. He's having fun. Also, while we're in that now, Interceptor's gaining on Stone Solid. The question with Stone Solid, though, can he hold back Interceptor, who obviously is on fresher tyres? Albeit they're hard tyres, but they're still fresher than his. Gold coming up fourth in the Group 1 class. Stone Solid's teammate. Blue flags are out for them. Stone Solid's got to do this in a smart manner. He can't bail too early. He can't yield too early because Interceptor will have the run on him. But he can't do it too late as well because it's his teammate that he's yielding to. I think Gold may just be faster down the straight. Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. But there we go. Gold is passed. Yokos is back again. This battle is interesting. It's good to see. These guys are consistently fighting. Chubby done for the day. It's just not gone right for him. Here comes Yokos. Can he get it done? They're really close now. This is Andrea. This is Yokos' teammate. And he's not proven to be a help to him. And look at this. This is about Pablo putting distance to himself from Yokos. They're both lapping their cars at the same time. And Yokos is right there. Again, the exit of Pablo is just better. He's close though, he's really close. Good exit. That's a good exit. Here we go then. So Yokos is back in the game. He's back in the game. In the slipstream. This is where he overtook Pablo last time, but he had the aid of lap traffic and nah. For a second I thought Pablo would be using his overtake, but that car is just fast in a straight line. It could be that. In the corners again, you see him gaining. Yokos just gaining. I'm missing the Route 3 battles as well because Interceptor is making his way through the field. But I'm not covering it because we get repeated fighting between Yokos and Pablo. Really exciting. Yokos keeps trying, he keeps trying to get past him, but Pablo always seems to find a way around. He seems to find a way to counter. Brad and Andrea once again. Andrea being chasing down, rather. He's not going to be close enough to make a move, especially because he's got his fellow Italian Felicio right behind, so he's going to have to time this move well. Blue flags are out because Felicio is there. Andrea is really closing in now. Yokos unable to gain the advantage, but you know he'll be back. You know he'll be back. That's the thing. You know he's going to be back for round 2. Not round 2, like round 7 by this point. Brad's pulled enough of a gap because that penalty that Andrea had. Look at it, as I said, he's back again. Once again we see this. Can Yokos get it? This time he's going to have to be really brave. Round the outside. He's going to try and stick it. Not quite. He tries again. in the chicane, you have to cut the chicane. Surely the game's not going to penalise him for that one. I feel like he was forced into that move. They both got penalties that they're going to have to serve. So again, it equals the playing field. Jalk is in the Group 3 class. You have to see where Interceptor is in relation to him. Where is Interceptor? Interceptor coming towards the line. Newcastle's again is not close enough. He's closing him down though, he's closing him down. He's faster in this first section. Here he goes again now. And he's got him already, Here comes the speed of Pablo down the straight. They've got a class leader in the Group 3. Class slice behind it, they go 3 wide momentarily, and Pablo uses the opportunity to get back past. Interceptor, has he beaten Jalk out? I think he has. He has. The undercut has worked for Interceptor. He now takes second in the class. And Newcastle has lost out down the straight. Panev most certainly washed. First place. If they don't come more washed than that. But yeah, Newcastle, I think the battle might be over. But the thing is with Newcastle, he always gains back at the end of the lap. Pablo must be making some sort of mistake at the end of the lap consistently, just brings Newcastle back into the running. These guys should be pitting soon. A quarter of the race done. Still got 1 hour 30 to go. Keep it. Expect Jalk now to be reeling in Interceptor. Obviously, Jalk now on fresher tyres. You've got that traffic behind. If that's driver H. Is that driver H? It is driver H. So we're closing the gap down. But Jalk's got 1 second penalty. Can he get this move done before driver H comes? Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, how are they going to do it? Driver H is going to have to wait his turn. Jalk's made the move. There you go, Interceptor giving driver H the space. Can Interceptor counter? Jalk's got a 1 second penalty as well, so you have to work on navigating that. Jokos goes in. So I guess this is an attempt to undercut Pablo, because it just seems like he can't overtake him on the track, so he's going to have to do it in the pit lane. Pit crew's going to need to be good for him. Jalk's going to have that penalty now to serve. Going to put him back behind Interceptor. Slice also pit, so this is interesting now. In the class order, oh, Slice has got time on his hands. He should be fine. Jalk now serving a penalty. Interceptor goes back past, so he's going to have to do it all again. He is taking his time with the fuel though. Andrea's also in. He is taking his time with the fuel. Pilot is having fun, man. He's having his fun. Slice should be good. He's gonna go all the way with the fuel. Bruh. Here comes jump. That's it. Yeah, Slide has got a lot of time. But at least, I don't know, comfortable. It's looking like 7 seconds really. It's, yeah, around 7 seconds. 7.5. But Jark has passed interceptor there. And that's official now. It's argument done for Jark. He's up to second in the class. Interceptor playing the long game. Remember, we've still got over an hour left. Still time to make an impact. But now I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm hungry though, but I'm good. Focus on driving. I mean, he did say it. He did say it before. There's still time left to make a difference. Pablo's got 1.5 second penalty, so that can hurt him if we talk about the position of Yokos in relation to it. 42 seconds, 43 seconds. He's on fresh medium, so I think Pablo will dip into the pits here. I think he might as well at this point. Damage limitation. He might as well just dip into the pits. I think it's looking like a 3-stop race for these guys at this point. I think it's just a 3-way mediums. Panam has dipped in his first stop. It's looking like that, man. It's looking like that. A 3-stop strategy for these Group 1 cars. 3 stops. Go as long as you can on the medium tyre. Okay, yeah, Pablo has followed him, so Pablo's in. Gold yet to pit as well. I believe Gold will also pit. Everyone else has pitted. Gold, he stays out, Interesting, so we're going to be looking at Yokos in relation to Pablo then. Does he beat him out? He's approaching the end of his outlet. So this undercut, I mean, it better have worked. He would have hoped for it to have worked. Tyre's just changing now. It's a lot of time he's going to have to take now to add fuel. Panam is out behind Gold. Remember, Gold yet to stop. I think he's done it here. I think, yeah. So yeah, the undercut works for Yokos then. He does beat out Pablo. But again, it's not by much. It's not by much at all. And that half-second penalty that Yokos has, it's going to remove some time, some of the advantages that he does have. Everyone on the mediums, as expected. Driver A still on the hards, trying to attack Vinicio. If he gets this done, it'd be impressive, you know. He's actually closing him down, to be fair. Might be penalty there for cutting the chicane. Nah, they've been nice to him. They've been nice to him. I don't think he's going to be able to do much down the straight though. Just seeing, look at the amount that Pablo is able to remove from the advantage of Yokos just down the straight. Oh, he's nasty slide there though. Tyres are still cold. Tyres are still cold. Bailey's back for moral support. So when Yokos serves the penalty now, it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out. How close will Pablo be in relation to him? Now, does Gold pit? He's got to pit. The fuel's almost finished for him. The fuel is almost finished for him. So this is surely going to be his in lap. He's pushed those mediums as far as he can. He's pushed the fuel as far as it will go. York's about to serve the penalty. 2.6 seconds is a gap. He steps back into the pits. That's his second stop then. I don't know if this was a planned stop. Was it an impromptu one? Here we go. So the penalty about to be served by York's then. In the battle for second in the class, as Gold we see is likely going to go into the pits. You're just going to check it now. But he has to go in, surely. Yeah, he's going in, he's going in. It was the only right thing to do, he had to do it. Pablo is there now. Gold really pushed that to the limit. Surely going to come up behind these guys. Unless he has to fuel the car. Goodness me. Goodness me. As you see, Jocko's really pushing to the limit. This is how he gains all that time in the final section. He's able to push. I think that car's got more downforce, that's why. Got more downforce possibly. That's why he's hurting down the straight. But in these sweeping corners, these fast left and right handers, he's able to just maneuver efficiently. Gold now just refueling. Yeah, Pablo can't keep up with him down the straight. Sorry, in the corners, but he can reel him in on the straights. Because the gap now is 3.8. Undercut has worked well for Jocos. There was good strategy call from the Ferrari team. Vinizio now passed as well. So Gold is 5th in the class now. As the pit stop cycle out, Vinizio has defeated him. He's undercut him. But again, you're playing the long game if you're Gold. 40 minutes gone. 1 out of 20 to go. We've done this race at literally midnight, but continue on. There's literally nothing going on. Even Pablo, he's seen defeat there. Seen on the radio, said GG's, and you know what that means. Game over. Right, in his eyes, but it is the wrong game they're playing. Strategy, that's what won Locos that battle. And he's a bit confused, I think, because long game, remember, we still got hour 20 to go. Still haven't even completed the halfway point of the race. We still got plenty of time left. Bally saying hello. It's good to have Bally with us. Everyone saying hi to the chat. That's good to see, man. Everyone interacting. I might go and get something to eat, man, because there is nothing going on at all. Sly still leading his class, Panam leading his. G&K. I mean, what else could you say? This has been the story of their season. This has just been the story of their season. .24 that Panam has extended that advantage to. And Slice, likewise, is also at 18-19 seconds in the Group 3 category. 2 hours of endurance. We've still got time for things to change. One mistake and that lead could be dwindled down. But at the moment it just seems like smooth sailing for the G&K drivers. Yeah, the AO Golf looks like doing quite well for themselves, you know. Mitchell 4th, Jalk 2nd. Good little points haul. Mitchell currently second in the class, but second in the class. This is uptight. He's retired from the affair. So we've got our first couple of retirements, because Mac and Chubby both unable to finish off the race, and they are out. So we've got one retirement of Moose class thus far. One retirement of Moose class even. That Supra is gone. The Supra is gone. It's a shame. The race just fell away from Mac, I believe. It never materialised. He made that early stop for damage, and then, you know, he was just seemingly out of it. Couldn't get himself back into the running of things, and yeah, the car just took more of a beating as time passed. But unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Could it have survived 2 hours? I highly doubt it. Again, there's not much going on. And Pablo is gaining on Yoka slowly but surely. I mean, other than that, nothing else really going on. I mean, I'm going to stay for this. This is the highlight currently. This battle has been the highlight of the race so far. The second in the Group 1 class. These guys consistently going at it, but we've moved away from Pablo's strength into Yoko's strength now. This little complex of corners coming up, the final sector. This is really playing to the advantages of the Italian. This is where he's strongest. This high downforce setup that he's got. He's going to help him out, but no. Look at this now. Pablo getting closer. Roscoe, can he be a help to his teammate? Pablo's going to try and do something, and look at that. Authoritative, and Yoko's back round the outside. My goodness. As if he wasn't even there. And that's what I talk about, the high downforce setup that he's got. He's just able to absolutely... Good grief. Oh, Matt's gone home. He's gone home. He's gone home. He's gone home, he's done for the day. He's gone home. And who could blame him? He's not gone his way today. He's not gone his way today, so he's practiced things. He took the plane home. The first plane. He's across back ahead now. That move around the outside was insane. Go from Yokos up to second again. Everybody's spamming the L's in the chat, voicing their displeasure. We briefly check the weather. What's going on with that? Nothing apparently going on weather-wise. So 13 still involved. 6 in the Group 1 class and 7 in Group 3. But there's significant distance now between every car. Every driver in the world of their own at the moment, just fighting against yourself and the car. The conditions are favourable at the moment. A 4.2 meters tailwind, just pushing you forward. It's really urging you along, especially in this final section. Just keeping the speeds up. Just creating some fabulous overtaking situations. That strong gust that we've got. Alright, I'm gonna go momentarily. I shall be back soon though. R07, R07, you know, R07. Good grief, good grief. Full wets on. Yo, cuz let's check the tyre situation, because this is gonna be, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm still eating, but I have to come back, man. I see R07. I've got to come back. Look at this. Rain has encountered the circuit, so full wets on gold and Yocast, intermediates for driver H. This could be pivotal then, because what tyre do you choose? Intermediates for Panam and Pablo. R07 did encounter us, and look at this now, goodness gracious. Oh, Jalka's won, Jalka's lost it. So here comes Interceptor. The conditions are just too treacherous. He barely recovered as well. Tragic. It's even too wet for the Inters, so these guys that put the Inters on, they might be regretting it. Don't know how Benicio is surviving out there. He's barely surviving, look at this. He can barely put power down. Benicio is just struggling, and then Gold can get power down earlier. His tyres more suits the conditions, and he goes through it. Is it still raining? It's still. Oh goodness me. So these guys have picked the Inters. I mean, it's not going to change obviously, but oh no. It's just not looking promising for these guys either. This is the thing. They've got to be finding a good line around the track. They're on the brink of survivability for these intermediate tyre runners. Rain is still pouring. I mean, now it's stopping. Certain areas are still going though. No, I think it stopped all round. You see the onboard camera, you might be able to, yeah, it's still going in certain areas. And towards the back end of the track, the start finish straight, and that area, the western side of the track, it's alright. It's not raining as bad, and intermediates will be favoured in that area. But on the eastern end, it's actually stopped raining as well. So yeah, it doesn't really shake up much. Everybody choosing a tyre. I mean, there is a dry line being established now, so I mean, the drivers on the wet tyres, they have lost out really. So I expect Benicio actually, he's surviving on the mediums, to be fair. He is surviving on the mediums. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing this. I mean, he's finding a dry enough line, but he's gonna have to be on rails. If he can do this here, if he can pull this off, this will be quite impressive. Even Yoko's going out on the softs, 3.5 second penalty, but you won't really care about that. Intermediate seems like the tyre to be on. We are so back. Commercial break over, man. Commercial break is over. Then again, like, Panam just increasing that gap. Pablo's got 1 hour, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Finizio is now third. But he stayed out, so that was smart of him to stay out, you know. Because then if he does one more pit stop, he's good to the end. So it was smart of him to... He might not even have to pit, actually. Well, I think he might have to. But, yeah. So Finizio went with the Storm on the medium tyre. Gold pitted for the medium tyre, he got off the wet. And your car has been... he's been checked. The rain has checked him. Because he was in second, third. He was in second before the commercial break. And then he's gone down. Oh goodness me! And that's even worse. As he tries to get past Brad and he's slid down the wet portion of the track. And he's gone into the gravel, losing even more time to Gold behind him. And on those soft tyres, he needs to make a comeback and quickly. This is not helping him at all. Get even more penalty time added. His life time is 2 minutes. He's even lapping other drivers. To be fair though, he hasn't pitted, but he's still going to emerge at least a minute ahead of Jug, who is second in the Group 3 class. Panam finally dips into the pits. Does Pablo follow him? It doesn't really matter if Pablo follows him, if I'm honest, because they're both going to have to pit. Slice now also goes into the G&K teammates are both pitting together. Fuel now. Drive H also in. Pablo's in. So let's look at Finizio then. Where is he? He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near. And Pablo's got enough fuel as well, so fuel's not even going to be much of a problem for him. Gold has reeled in Finizio. Got to stay in the dry portion of the track, really. Panam's like they just went from start to finish really. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness me. I will come back for the end, man. I'm gonna mute again. Business to be done. And the seconds are winding down here for Pan Am. Does he get to the line on time? Is he going to get another lap? I don't think he's going to want it. Oh, he's got another lap! Oh no! So Pan Am's just going to do a victory lap here because he has won this race in the Group 1 class. And Slice is surely going to win in the Group 3 class. He's got 1 minute and 33 seconds. Pablo's going to come and take second. So here comes Pablo across the line. Pablo done for the day. Does it work like that? I'm not sure. But in the Porsche Cup, that's how it works. But nevertheless, second is surely finished for Pablo. And see driver H there trying to come across the line, and then it goes Pablo then. P2 is his. Sliced. Now coming across, and this is what I'm saying with G&K. They've just been dominant through and through. Through and through. Sliced about to get lapped by Golden. I mean, to him it won't matter because different classes, and Sliced has just reigned supreme in his class. Here he comes. Final complex of corners for Sliced. It's been smooth sailing. He's never relinquished the lead at all. He's literally just been in a league of his own today. That's the story of G&K this season, in a league of their own. And he's even done a little bit of a pirouette, a victory pirouette. He's having fun out there. Slice comes across the line. Slice wins at Le Mans. Easy as you like. Gold takes third in the Group 1 class. And it looks like Brad is going to come and take second in Group 3. That was unexpected. That was unexpected, extremely unexpected. The rain came and changed everything for him. It's looking like he's going to recover and take third. An extremely unexpected result for him, but he will most definitely take it. To be on the podium at Le Mans, that's a highlight of one's career. And he's well on his way to achieving that now. Here he comes. Brad making his way. Well, a couple of corners, he's going to take second in Group 3. A good result, a very strong result considering where he started. He'll most certainly take that. Second place for Brad. Good result for the Australian. Here comes Pan Am then. You can see him, he's gassed over the radio. You hear the comments. You've heard what he said. The work he's put in for this. The display has been dominant, it's been perfect throughout. No mistakes. Smooth sailing. G&K has swept both classes here. Pan Am wins in Group 1. Slice wins in Group 3. That is a WEC World Endurance Championship. We've ended it at Le Mans. What a race. 2 hours. It was a long 2 hours, but a worthwhile 2 hours for the boys in green. And that's it. I mean, it's reliability issues at the back. Rawscope, Mac and Chubby unable to finish the race, but everybody else doing their bit, playing their part to perfection. Brilliant race we had today. It was a long one, but it was a worthwhile one in the end. And with that, the World Endurance Championship season comes to a close. Thanks to everyone who played their part. Another season will follow shortly. But they are the champions.